Hello everyone. I thought I would share with you one of the most versatile tools I own. I think this is one of the tools, even though you might not think it's good for a homeowner, I think everybody ought to own an air compressor. Let me show you all the uses that I use it for. It's just an amazing tool. I bought mine again at a pawn shop. I think I paid $70 for it. And when I got it, it looked brand spanking new. A lot of the times you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get it with a package deal where it'll come with an air hose and a couple of guns. But let me just run through a few attachments that I have. Well, let's start with the obvious ones. Pumping up your car tires, your trailer tires, very handy. The next one would be an air nozzle for blowing off the air fins on your lawnmower, for blowing off the dust on your benches, your tools. And then the third one would be purchasing a small little kit like this. This nozzle comes off, and then these screw into it. And that would be for pumping up like your basketballs, soccer balls, etc., footballs. This would be for small inflatable toys, pool toys. And then, of course, you could put that directly onto the air hose. Very, very handy. Let me show you some of the guns that I run off of this. The first one would be a framing gun. This is what you could use for building, well, you can build a house or a deck with it, but sheds, that kind of thing. This is a 15 gauge angled finish gun. This would be for attaching your trim, your door casings, that kind of thing around the house. Super handy. And you can purchase the nails, all different lengths for these. So, very interesting. For example, not only can you run framing nails, but you could also run galvanized nails for putting up your fence slats. The next thing that I run off of this is my 18 gauge brad nails. Okay, this would be for the smaller projects. Say you're making, you're attaching thin moldings that you don't want to split out, or you're making small projects like picture frames, shadow boxes, birdhouses, that kind of thing. By the way, very inexpensive. All of these guns, a lot of these you can get in a package kit that's even cheaper when you start looking at it. This is called a palm nailer. Originally you use these for, as the eaves come off of your house, to attach down here hurricane straps. So you would put a nail in here, and as you push down on it, it would go da 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 da, and hammer the nail in for you. They also make one of these a little bit smaller to fit your palm, to get into the nooks and crannies a little bit better. This particular model is called a spraying Mantis. It's for applying texture onto your sheetrock, especially if you're doing older apartments and you know how they get dinked up. You can just get normal mud, sheetrock mud, water it down till it's almost like a watery paint to almost a pancake mix. You pour it in here, and then you can you step back about 2 feet and put this on about 20 psi, the pressure coming out of your hose, and it'll spit the mud onto the wall. And it really does a wonderful job hiding all the imperfections over the years of the dings and dangs as people move furniture in and out. It's quite a wonderful tool. Very inexpensive. I bought this, you know, a decade ago. I just used it a couple of days ago. It's very, very handy. Alright, let's talk some mechanical tools that can also be ran off of this. This is a 3/8 inch air ratchet. This is an air chisel. What I like to use the air chisel for is when I'm taking the flywheel off of a lawnmower engine, I'll take the nut off of the flywheel and I'll put this right on the crankshaft. And as I'm hammering down on it, it's going ba 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 ba. I'll put a pry bar underneath the flywheel and it'll lift it right off, instantaneously off of that crankshaft. Super, super easy. This is just an inexpensive impact gun for a 1/2 inch. I like to use these for removing the lawnmower blades on a lawnmower. It's real fast, just bzzz, and it's off. Now let me show you what it can't run. It doesn't have a large enough tank, this size air compressor. This air compressor will run everything I just showed you very well. But it won't run this paint gun. It won't run a grinder. It won't run an air sander. Those require a large capacity air tank. And this is just a small little homeowner kind of deal. I like it because it's lightweight. I can pick it up, throw it in the trunk. Very, very, very handy. So if you don't have one and you weren't familiar with it, this is one of the best investments you can make for your little home shop. I'll catch you on the next one.